it's recording. So, as everybody can see with my look right now on Twitch and Wings in the chat, this is probably the last show I'll ever get to host. Oh my goodness. So, this Xbox
Goodness.
Live episode, oh man, you might as well say one, because that's what I feel like.
Noob.
300 and 345. It may not seem like 345, but we're on 345. We've just been streaming for like the last 6 minutes on my channel, not on the TXL channel. So I had to kill that, come back, and we get to start all over. And they're just not going to be able to see the magic that happened for those first 6 minutes. It is a lost episode. I will not be making it a highlight on my channel. So if you missed it, the times we were crying, laughing so hard from the funny jokes, I'm sorry. It'll never be seen. But episode 345, the name of this episode.
And don't forget all the special hosts that we had on.
Yeah.
We had Major Nelson was on the
Phil
show,
Spencer
and
stopped by.
Phil Spencer stopped by. Steptoe even made a special appearance from Canada.
So Wings not with us today. Sorry. Episode Vault 1, the name is Vault 111.
Yeah.
I'm Brun BJ Swig 33. Along with me is Rob, also known as Presar.
What up? What up?
And Wing cannot be with us, but he is in the chat. And Mirage8531. They've been patiently waiting for us to start. And I'm like, hey guys, we've been recording. And they're like, well, I don't see you. And then
No,
I
you're
look
not.
up. I look up and it says streaming live Twitch BJ Swick 33, and I'm like, no. So, can you guys see us now? That is what I want to know.
I can see us.
Yes. So, we have a couple. I know Smite is a big thing. A lot of people looking for beta keys. We have a couple to give away. With the due to the kindness of, oh my gosh. Oh, all right. I'm not recording tonight. We're done.
I'm glad Wing's not on the show right now.
We're done because
He's probably screaming.
I had
His
everything.
kids are looking at him.
I had everything right. So, so there. The thing should update shortly. I can't refresh because it'll just make a loud noise and start up a commercial and everything like that. Here, let me do it anyways, just to do it. So, you guys are going to hear a quick. You probably hear my voice say I quit, but I really don't quit. So 1 second. All right. There. Everything should be good. Barrage is laughing. Wing is, signing my pink slip and, my last check. So, jeezy cow. I swear. This is not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's people in Florida that are saying, why is that guy near us screaming about those guys online?
Oh my gosh. I tell you. All right. Now, where were we? First announcement. I already talked about the Smite giveaway for beta keys. Hopefully, we're going to do a raffle. Announcement. Listen to us live on Twitch. either at BJ Swig 33 or TXL. If I decide to push the right button, the episode name may be wrong, but it might be right. But check us out Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Why does the title say This Board Game Life?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
So, you had to double check, didn't you?
Yeah. So, and Mirage came in, and he's a long time friend of Xbox with us and stuff like that. He asked, "Are you doing a show tonight?" Or did you do a show last night? He said, "Nope, we're doing it tonight." And he came in and is a new follower. Didn't get to see his achievement because we weren't live because somebody was late. That was you. And now you're muted, so I can't hear you laugh or talk. So you're muted. Can you hear me? Oh, there
I
you
said,
see.
"Ow, that bus hurt."
It says, "Are you recording the audio at least?" Oh my gosh.
Did you not restart?
No, I restarted. I'm just kidding with you.
Okay. Oh,
So, Mirage followed. You couldn't see his achievement because we weren't recording, but it does show him as the last follower, which is
make the
fantastic.
noise.
So,
Bling.
yeah. Boop. So, I wish I could redo it. It'd be pretty cool if I could resend it up, but that's okay.
We need that guy from Police Academy that makes the noises on
Oh,
the show.
I tell you. But all right, let's get started. What were you playing? Because I know when you talked about what you were playing the first time we recorded before we had to stop, it led into a conversation. So
Hey, every time I go over this will be like the first time.
yes,
So I didn't get a whole lot of gameplay. However, I did power up my box and I got the freebie goodies for this month of June. So for what, 360, it was Just Cause 2, I think. Is that right?
yes,
Yeah, Just Cause 2, and
Yep.
then Massive Chalice
yes.
for Xbox One. Now, that one I actually did fire it up briefly, and I was immediately uh, reminded of how the map for that thing looks just like the entry of Game of Thrones. So I thought it was a little bit of a ripoff, kind of, but people can take artistic license or whatnot, whatever, until HBO sues you. But anyway, I fired up the game after that, and it started to go through character creation. Now, character creation is the thing that I absolutely dread. I just cannot stand character creation, probably from all those years of D&D as when I was little. I got traumatized or something like that. So even I hit the random button on there and I'm like, this is more effort than I want to put into the game right now. And then actually my controller battery went out.
Jeez.
So I disconnected. At that point, I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I just turned everything off and I put my controller on the charger. And that's as far as I got. So even though I'd love to say I played some Castle Wolfenstein, best game ever, and that's Castle Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, I did not even play that this week. Been a very, very, very busy week.
Yep.
So that's really about it for me. How about you, Bron?
Well, and one thing we were talking about last time I missed was Massive Chalice is done by Double Fine, who
Oh, yes,
has
yes.
a ton of games, Broken Age, Costume Quest, Grim Fandango, stuff like that. So it's something I will definitely try out. Um, well, you're talking about the games for gold. Have you played? Did you see the pool game?
Pool Nation.
Pool Nation.
I,
Yes.
I grabbed it. I have never started it or anything.
Oh man, you grabbed it this month, or was it last month, or was it the month prior to that?
Um,
Was it within the last quarter of the year? That game has been free for 3 straight months,
yeah.
which is kind of like, really, what's going on? I'm not going to complain about free or anything, but you know, this whole, yes, you're going to get 2 free games a month, and then it's going to be like, well, it's going to be one returning, one new, and then this one's just been returning for 3 months straight. If it happens to
Oh,
be,
because this was so April was the triple. No,
yeah,
the
it was
six
the
game
was
month.
the double, yeah, it was the double, and this was one of them, and then May it was the one that stuck around, and then it's June and it's sticking around
Yeah.
again. So, but hello, hello. So
But as much as that game may or may not be people's thing,
yeah,
it's a free game.
yeah,
It's I still I'm kind of surprised at how big my game library is on the
right,
Xbox One. Just the sheer amount of stuff, and
yeah.
I mean half the stuff I didn't even buy. It was all the stuff that we got every month.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's cool to have the bigger library, and especially some of the stuff is stuff that we never would have bought, and some of it's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Well, I know Mark. He's not here. He's in the chat.
Hmm.
And the people who are going to be
With his
listening to this.
15-second delay,
Yes, I know. People can't read what he's typing, or can't see what he's typing if you're not in the Twitch stream with us.
which is probably good.
Yeah, but he's talking about
Yeah.
he we're talking about him not being here because he's mad, about the whole Star Wars thing, not getting it for his kids. But he absolutely loves Pool Nation. He said he'd buy it again and again and again. He, says it's a $60 game. It's his favorite game that he's played all week. So
And he's going to gift it to people. He's going to buy
yeah,
codes and
so
gift it to people.
yeah, can't wait. So all right, what have I been playing? I've been playing Destiny. I have one character still at 33, hopefully hitting 34 this weekend. I have another character at 32. Um, I played. Oh, okay. I bought premium for Battlefield Hardline, and
Okay.
there's a
What do you
couple.
get?
There's a
What do you
couple
get with that?
reasons why. Okay, I'm a Battlefield person. I got a discount on it. There's some of the stuff coming. Uh, uh, there's some DLC and stuff coming down the road. They have their CTE, their testing environment, and wherever you have the premium purchased, you can play on the CTE on the PC. So it's like, cool, I'll be able to play it on the PC, at least in the CTE environment. So I got it and downloaded it on the PC as well. I haven't got to that, but I played it on. It was like double XP weekend, and played it some over the weekend. So those are the two games that I played.
Okay.
Yeah. Mark, like I said, is not here, but in his list, he has been playing Pool Nation
Mario.
FX. And then he was started Wolfenstein. He says he was wrong, Rob. He absolutely loves it. But so he can't hear you. You're muted now.
He said it's replaced Hawks as best game ever for
Yes,
him.
yes. So, but nope. That is all. Yeah, here. He's like, here we go. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't think he's actually played anything. So,
Yeah.
Mark, if you've played anything good or want to mention it, you can say it. I'll let him know. But that's all we've been playing. And now we're off to the round table. So, Mirage and Alships are in here. Do you guys have Smite beta keys? Let me know if you have Smite beta keys. Because if you don't, uh, since you guys are the ones in here right now, we'll do a raffle and one of you guys will hopefully snag one. So let me know. But while we're doing that, and see now I even forgot to flip the images. I tell you what, today's just
You
not my
lost
day.
you lost your mojo.
Oh, today's just not my day. I'm telling you. It's throwing me off with us skipping yesterday because I had a family event at work. So the whole family got to go. It's COSI. I don't know if you know what COSI is, but it's like
No.
a science place where you go and do a bunch of cool things, and the kids like it and stuff like that. So, but we'll hit the round table. I have a couple topics I threw in here we can chit chat about.
Okay.
But before we get to that, if you want to be a patron of This Xbox Life, you can support us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/This Xbox Life. We have a couple tiers in there that you can do. Don't worry, we don't price gate any of our episodes or anything like that. We put that all out. It is to help us with audio equipment, as you can see, like some of the stuff I'm using right now, and a board and things like that. So we're almost done too. We almost have enough to cover all three hosts, and going from there. Another way to do it. Is to leave us a tip if you don't want to do a monthly commitment or anything like that. You can give us a one-time tip if you feel like it at twitchalerts.com/donate/this Xbox Life. So, all right, and there's our tip and round table time. So, all right, Mirage says he doesn't have a key, but he'd pass it along because he doesn't know if he'll have time to use it. Well, I'll tell you what. I will message you a key from Compliments of Dupree or whatever, and you can either use it or you can give it to your brother or one of your friends or anything like that, and I'll privately message that to you in Twitch, so you will get that from me, and then we'll do a raffle a little bit later when we do the emails if there's enough people in to do a raffle. So, but all right, topics. First thing, I have a couple quick things that are more like newsworthy stuff, and then we can talk about some of the other stuff. Rob, I don't know how much you've been keeping up on the news. There was like one or two big things in the gaming world. But first
Okay.
thing is, we talked last week about ODST. So ODST dropped. You might have received an email or a message in your Xbox Live messages with a key or something, so you can download ODST if you fit within that range of that window, let's say of Halo being broken. Um, so it dropped. You get that now. We talked about last week how much we thought it was going to be, and I think
Right.
we were all pretty much in agreement. $14.99 to $19.99, right?
Yeah, I think we were thinking it was going to be on the high side.
Yeah, we're just like, man, if it's $9.99, that's crazy. Like that would be really awesome if it was $9.99. We were all wrong, all wrong. Did you see how much it was, Rob? I know you kind of know if you read the notes, but did you see how much it was when it first dropped?
No, I did not.
Okay, $4.99.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what. If you have Master Chief Collection, $4.99 is nothing. If you go to Bing.com, all right, I don't get paid by Microsoft. I don't work for Microsoft. I don't work for Bing. I don't actually really use Bing for my search engine. I use Google, but I do go every day, and I do like this clicking thing across the top in
Oh
news.
yeah, yeah.
Like if you
Hmm.
go in news, I start on the left and go all the way across, and I go all the way back, and I get like 15 clicks a day or something like that, 15 points.
Okay.
When I get like 475 points, I get $5 card for Xbox Live.
Okay.
Well, I have that, and uh, I just did it, and so basically I got the game for free as well, just by clicking and stuff. So
Nice.
yeah,
It's definitely worth free.
oh well, yeah, but I mean for four
Yeah.
ninety nine, that's awesome. I mean that I know we talked about maybe least favorite, a little underrated. Some people were saying in the chat.
Hmm.
For $4.99, you should definitely have it to complete.
Yeah.
To continue the completion of the collection. Now the only one
Absolutely.
we're missing two. We're missing Fall of Reach, and
Oh yeah.
we're missing Halo Wars. I don't think Halo Wars will really come, but Halo
Yeah, I don't know
Reach,
if that counts because
yeah,
it's so different.
yeah. But Reach hopefully definitely does come. So ODST $4.99, perfect buy. Go out there and grab it.
Yeah.
Next thing, some people, if you're in the preview program like I am, I got the 2 gig update today.
The what?
First, the 2 gig June preview update today.
Oh, okay.
So, turned on my Xbox to play for like the hour that I had tonight to play, and spent 30 minutes of it downloading.
Oh, was this the one? Because when I fired up my Xbox the other day, it updated.
Yeah, it was either today and
It made
yesterday.
me, yeah, it made me sit there and
Hmm.
watch it.
Yeah, so if
That
you're in
was
a
that was 2 gigs.
yeah, so if you're in
Huh.
a preview program, you probably already have it. The one thing that stood out to me that they have in there, as far as what it's working on, is they're talking more about the party chat system and the dedicated party chat servers, and hopefully they're tweaking things here or there. So hopefully when that comes out, the party chat is better. I did notice I was connecting to party chats a lot quicker. I still had an issue, but I did a restart, and or the issue could have been on my buddy's side. But we had 5 or 6 people in there, and we could all hear each other, or we had
Right.
5 people, 4 or 5 people. Actually, Mirage came in for a little bit, and everything seemed to be running fine. So if they can get the party system working, that seems to be what everybody points to, saying, well, Xbox Live is having major issues, and they always point to party chat because that is like the other than multiplayer, um, party chat's like the big
It's a
thing. A
big
lot of
deal.
people,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people use, and when it's not working, you start to hear that. Well, I don't have this problem on, PlayStation, which probably. I mean, it may be true. I mean, I know they have party chat now, but it never was an issue in PS3 because it never had it.
Yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, so
Now, was this was this the preview update or the final update that went to everybody?
I think it's a preview.
Okay.
It's a preview update for June. I think it's going to come out probably later this month.
Yeah. See, I don't remember like Major Nelson or anybody talking about it.
They didn't. I tried to
Yeah,
look it up and I found like one obscure site that had something about it.
because I usually watch Major Nelson's blog or what do you want to call it, and also The Wire. And yeah, I was kind of surprised when you had that in here. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't remember hearing anything about it. So okay.
Alrighty. So, and all right. Next thing, the new Xbox One controller. Did you see? We didn't talk about the new controller last week.
No.
So I think it was announced or talked about after our last show. So if you didn't see, it's been confirmed that there is a new controller on the
Yep.
way.
Hmm.
They had some tweaks and things. The major tweak on it, or the major thing on it, is that you do not need to have an adapter to plug in other headphones. So
Right.
it is just basically a normal 3.5 jack on it, and supposedly it works like that. Now, a lot of people are happy, and that's great. You can use any headphones you want. Hopefully, the headphones that you're going to use have their own mute button on them, similar to one of
Yeah.
these things here. Because if it doesn't, then you're not going to have anything to mute it for. So at least on mine actually came with the adapter, but I can use anything on it. But my adapter has the mute button, has the controls between game and voice, and I can turn
Is
that
that
volume up and I can balance that out. So
the regular Microsoft one or is it a custom one?
I got the Microsoft one,
Yeah.
Microsoft One headset. But that adapter, I can plug anything into it, and
Right.
it
Right.
is the thing
Hmm.
that's controlling that balance. So I can have more people, like more voice in my ear than game audio,
Oh,
things
sure.
like that. Now, I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to obviously either have to build that into the cable of the headset, um, or you have to find another way to do it.
Yeah,
So
because I was wondering about that with that image that was released. There's a Covert Forces
yeah,
controller
yeah, yep,
that they had because I blew up that image that they had, and I was looking to see if there were any kind of volume buttons or anything. And
all right.
based on what you said, it definitely doesn't appear to be that. That doesn't appear to be the
Yeah.
case.
The Covert Forces controller actually looks pretty sharp too.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, like now I don't the things I was talking about as far as not having that volume and this and that. There may
Yeah.
be something on there to do that. I just don't know what it is because, like you said, I can't blow up the
Yeah.
box art too big to see. My one thing is I hope there's something on there because I really want the next Halo, like the Halo 5 controller,
Yeah.
whatever it's going to be.
Yeah. Because
So
yeah, if you blow that image up just a touch, it does say on there. Here, I'm looking at it right now. It says now with 3.5 millimeter headset jack.
yeah, yeah. So
And when you're holding a controller, it's the position that they show on there. It's just under the D-pad.
yeah, yep,
It's offset on the left side, which means maybe you could still plug in a headset adapter.
yeah, which would be cool.
Yeah, and
So
I did want to add also that I've used like cell phone headsets
hmm
with my my adapter, and it works really nice. I would think that maybe if you use something like a headset cord or even like a cell phone headset cord uh, into this thing, some of those do have volume controls on it. I wonder if those would work.
yeah,
Well, maybe not with the volume controls, but I did have one. I think it was a Scosche one that had a slider on it. That one would surely work.
right.
But the ones that are meant to control the phones probably doesn't.
All right, cool. All right, a couple more things here before we move on. Before we hit when we hit the community, we'll do the keys and stuff. So, um, okay, other news, and they kind of made this big news, and I got this off Xbox Wire, but the Coalition.
Okay.
So, do you know what the Coalition is?
I just know that it's a Black Tusk
Yeah.
thing. Beyond that, I know nothing.
Yeah, so Black Tusk, I think they're the ones now responsible for the Gears of War franchise.
And that's where Steptoe is.
Yeah. So, oh, really? Is that where he's
Yeah.
at?
Yeah, that's where he went.
That's cool.
In Vancouver.
And
He moved up there.
Yeah. So, very cool. Yeah, I haven't followed him too much. I might have to follow him because I really did like him.
Yeah.
So, he was
He
like,
posts some interesting things on Twitter.
yeah, he's like my, was like my favorite guy on the show.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah.
they are now called so Black Tusk Studio, changing their name. They're changing it to Coalition. So first thing we can talk about, it is he kind of explained the reason why they are changing their name. They, anytime you hear 343, you say that is Halo. 343 does Halo. They want the people like, hey, they are the ones that do Gears of War. They want to have that name recognition. So their easiest thing is just to say we're the Coalition. They got a new logo, kind of looks like a cog, I think, in some fashion. So fans will, and the reason why one thing is their Coalition is the fans will recognize the Coalition of Ordered Governments, COG. So that's Gears of War. And their logo is like a circular circle. You'd have to see it, I guess. It's kind of hard for me to explain. But that was pretty big news, out there was, these guys are doing that. Now, they haven't really confirmed anything about Gears of War. They're getting close to E3, so they're going to share more probably in E3. So we'll find out the rumors probably about the remake. Is it going to be just the first game? Is it going to be all 3 games? And obviously the new Gears of War. So we will see more at E3. And that's the thing, like with our topics and stuff this week. And just like last week and the week before, is like, man, people are trying to go dark. They're not giving out too much because they have E3 coming up. But I think the name change is a good idea. I understand what they're doing. And I understand that they picked the Coalition because it is Gears of War terminology or lore, if you want to say. I don't think that it's actually maybe the best choice out of the name. What do you think? Do you like the name, Rob? What do you think?
It's okay. I thought Black Tusk was an okay name too.
Yeah.
I could see them wanting to do the connection, but the thing is, it's like, so the whole studio is now renamed.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So what about if they do anything else?
Well, that's the thing.
Is it still going to be Black Tusk, or is this part of it just
the Coalition? They are responsible for the Gears of War franchise.
Okay.
So that is their thing. And sign up. Bob was in here. He's like, the logo is the chain / buzzsaw.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find it, but of course I do the Coalition, and there's 5 million things called the Coalition out there, so didn't make it the easiest thing to search for.
Yeah.
But
and Black Tusk Studios is still Black Tusk Studios on their webpage.
Yeah. So, well, there you go.
And they're a Microsoft studio.
Yep. Yes, they are. So, all right. So the Coalition, that was one big thing. Now, the biggest news, I would say, well, actually, there's two things. There's kind of, and the one thing I guess that leaked today is the Uncharted. I know this is PlayStation stuff, and we're an Xbox podcast, but still pretty good news, or cool news, I guess. You can see it one way or the other. Is Uncharted series, one of the best series for the PlayStation 3. They leaked that it's coming. The whole series is coming out on the PlayStation 4. So if you skipped the whole entire PlayStation 3 platform like I did, you can now buy a PlayStation 4 and play Uncharted and The Last of Us, like all the big games by the studio just slipped out of my head. Oh my gosh, I swear I'm losing my mind. So, but that's like one of their top studios. Uh,
Okay.
I'll think of it here in a second. But that was leaked, so that came out, and it looks like it's coming out like October 9th or October 19th or something like that. So that was leaked.
Naughty
Uh,
Dog.
Naughty Dog, thank you. The Nathan Drake collection. So that's what that is. So October 9th on the PS4. Thank you, Wing, and thank you, Rob. So that was kind of news that was leaked, and I guess they may wanted to save that for E3. Of course, I don't know what you do other than say it's coming out. I mean, you wouldn't want to save that for like your big grand finale. Hey, these PS3 games are coming out on PS4. But it's probably some sort of announcement. The one that I have here and that we can talk about is the official news and confirmation that Bethesda is coming out with Fallout 4. So now Fallout 4 is this big speculation when Bethesda announced that they were going to have a conference at E3 this year. So when everybody heard that, they're like Fallout 4, Fallout 4, and they're going crazy for it because people love the Fallout series.
Oh, it was huge.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah,
it was massive.
yeah. So that's coming out, and there was like some teaser little blip or something that maybe somebody saw on a website or their website, and so they came out with a trailer, and now it's officially announced. Now my thing is did they have to announce it due to a leak or due to a mistake, or did they want to announce that now when they were going to have a conference? You know what I mean? It's like you're 2 weeks away. Why would you announce it now? Unless you had to, unless it was leaked or whatever. That's the one thing I did. I was trying to figure out. I'm like, okay, did they do this on purpose? Did they do it because of the image or
Well,
the thing on the website? Or
if there was a leak, I mean, do they really need to anyway? Because they're looking for publicity one way or another. So if they get a leak, they're going to get publicity with speculation,
right,
right?
sure,
And then they release the stuff anyway, and it just confirms it.
right,
So here people are actively going to be tuned in because they know it's coming when they make their
right.
like announcement or whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, that was that's kind of my first question. The thing is, did you watch the trailer?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It's pretty funky.
What would you think? I know it's Fallout. I mean,
Yeah.
are you gonna play it? I mean, are you excited about it?
I liked the original, but I haven't played any since. And the original came out forever ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, wow, what was that? Probably 15 years ago, if not
Oh,
more.
I don't know. I mean, you have Fallout, Fallout 2, Fallout 3,
Yeah,
Fallout New Vegas, and
because the one that I played, it was using the engine of Baldur's Gate, I think, on the PC.
yeah, I'm not sure.
It was the old school isometric, mouse and keyboard game.
Yeah.
And I totally skipped three just because it was too much.
Yeah. Well, I watched it. It looks
trailer?
cool. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and it is coming out PC, PS4, Xbox One. I did not see anything about the 360 or the PS3.
Now, what's the premise of this thing? Because I know what the premise was with the previous ones. I mean, is this basically the same thing?
I mean, it's a
Just in
Fallout
different
after a
environment?
nuclear.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
like
nuclear fallout. But
right.
the one thing about this one though is that Fallout 3 was done in Washington D.C.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Wasn't it in Vegas?
No, that's New Vegas. It's Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So Fallout 3 it looks like the settings in Boston, Massachusetts this time.
Boston.
Yeah, so it's a different. It may be due to the same event, but they do different settings, so you're
Okay.
going to a different
Yeah.
place.
So it is a different character and such.
Yeah, and obviously you're in the future, and the vault. I think vault. Was it 101?
111.
Was 101 the one from Fallout 3? Maybe people
Oh,
that are in the chat that played Fallout 3. I thought it was Vault 101.
okay.
This one here is 111. Obviously,
Right.
the name of our show is Vault 111 for that reason. So, not much known on the story. You got to see um, some of the armor and some of the guns. Obviously, there's a dog, so maybe you'll have a
Yeah.
pet, which is cool. I didn't see. I think when he pet the dog, you got to see a Pip Boy on his wrist. So, but the platforms are PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So it doesn't look like they were going any earlier than that, which is good.
Oh
It means
yeah.
they don't have
Hmm.
to dumb things down or any for any of
Right.
the newer stuff. It looks good. I did play Fallout 3 a little bit. I didn't do Vegas, um, but I definitely think I want to try this one out.
Yeah, and the trailer was kind of neat with what they were doing
Yeah, with the going.
cinematography
Yeah,
wise, going back and forth. There was,
yeah,
for those of you that haven't seen it, it would show like this dog going through this destroyed house, obviously post apocalyptic nuclear or whatever.
right,
And then it would flash to like just prior to whatever the event was.
right, right,
And the house looks nice and clean, and there's, I guess, a family living there. So you hear some like news in the background discussing something's going on. Then it goes back to the dog, and it just goes back and forth. It's pretty neat.
right.
Well done, very well done.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, for
So,
sure, for
oh
sure.
yeah, but it's something I think I definitely will play. I'd be curious to hear if Wing will put some time into it. I'm wondering, based on his next upcoming RPG that he's going to play, if this might trigger him. Oh, he says pass on Fallout 4 for me. So
Yeah, because it was a definite pass. Three was a definite pass for him, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, but he's going to be playing um, ESO.
Right.
So I'm wondering if he likes that or whatever, would he go over to
Yeah.
Fallout? Now,
Maybe.
obviously, I mean, Fallout has a huge following. It's a major franchise.
Oh
So if
yeah.
you want to play an RPG, you look at something like Fallout and you think, well, if I want to get into RPGs, Fallout is definitely one I want to try.
Right. Right.
And I mean, Fallout 3 was early in the last cycle, I believe. It's like in the first 2 3 years. I can't remember for sure.
Hmm.
So only expect one Fallout, maybe two. I know they did Fallout 3 in New Vegas, but only expect one or two Fallouts probably for the entire life cycle of the Xbox One. Um, but yeah, Sonnet Bob says it has an audience, so he's sure it'll do well. It'll definitely do well. I mean, for these people, as hyped up they were when they heard just Bethesda was having something in E3 and Fallout was the thought behind it. They were super crazy about it. So that is definitely good. So Wing made a request that we talk about Advent. Did you see that 2K announced an XCOM 2? I guess that's what
Yeah.
they're talking about. Is it nickname or codenamed Advent? It looks like it's a PC exclusive, which is really weird to think about. That it's a PC exclusive, but I know that Microsoft is really going to try to target Xbox One and PC gaming at E3. And then obviously you have the Xbox playing Xbox One games on a PC. But yeah, so XCOM 2 is a PC exclusive. Now, I don't see if it says timed exclusive or just flat out exclusive. We'd have to look that up. But Wing is not happy. And I think Howsheps was talking about how he was bummed about it as well. Said it
Yeah.
wasn't very nice. Um, but
Yeah.
you know, hey, yeah, I mean, we all have nice rigs, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure I can be able to handle XCOM 2 on my machine.
Yeah. And
So
the XCOM game, did come out for the PC. The original XCOM came out
right,
for the PC first, with a follow up later on the Xbox.
yeah,
So it could definitely still come out.
yep. And Phil Spencer, yes. I also read that Phil Spencer will be at the PC part of the conference. So, like I said, they are showing up for that thing. Microsoft. I don't want to. A lot of people are like, oh, they're trying to go back to PC because the Xbox isn't doing well, and that's not true. That is not true. The
So
Xbox
dumb.
One is doing far better than the 360 did. Actually, both consoles are doing way better than their predecessor. So PS4 is doing obviously
Hmm.
awesome. Xbox One is doing well. Um, console gaming's not dead. PC gaming is obviously there. But yeah, we'll definitely see. We'll see how exclusive it really is. But I will say, if it's exclusive to PC, probably the first console that would get it, if it only goes to one console, yeah, it's going to be the Xbox. Because when you develop for Windows 10,
Oh
everything's
yeah.
Windows 10.
Hmm. That's right. That's right.
DX12, DX12. It's going to be fantastic. So I think the porting hopefully just works really well. So, um, well, yeah. Wing says maybe the Windows 10 stuff will allow Xbox One to play PC games. So I know we're going one way. That's the question is they're doing Xbox to PC. Can they go the other way around? It all depends. What's the workhorse? Because it all depends on the streaming. I think it's all based on network.
Yep.
So, can your Xbox handle the bandwidth of bringing down a PC game or whatnot? Who knows? Because PC games, you know, they're big. They have tendency to have higher graphics, things like that. You have
Yep.
beefier cards, this and that. So we'll see. It'd be cool if it could go both ways. I mean,
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
it wouldn't bum me out. I'm actually I'm hoping it works really well. And actually, a buddy of mine at work, we were talking about this. He goes, "Hey, I hope it works really well because my Xbox is upstairs right now, but sometimes I can't just be upstairs. Sometimes I gotta be down here. And of course, I
Hmm.
can play PC games on my PC. But it would be really cool if I could just plug in my Xbox controller and play on my PC down here.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah, E3, I can't wait. E3's got me really excited this year. I'm more excited this year about E3 than I was when they were announcing the consoles. Because it was kind of like, well, they're going to announce the consoles. They're not going to come out for 6 more months, and I'm not probably going to get one for right away. And
Yeah.
so it was
Took a
neat
while.
to see it, but I wasn't super excited about it. Like I'm super excited now because Windows 10 comes out July 29th.
Yep.
Now that's PC, and then they're going to slowly build it out after that. But
I'm still amazed that they're coming out with it so soon.
yeah, so well, I mean I wouldn't really say it's too soon. So I mean it's been in the works for a while. I'm running
Yeah.
it. I've had some issues, so um,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
So cool.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? Anything for roundtable? Can we move forward?
Mm, yeah. There was that little news blurb about Tomb Raider.
Never
I
heard
don't know
of it.
if it. I don't know if it's worth talking about though. So there really wasn't a whole lot new shared. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
When was it? Let's see. This would have been June 1st. There was a Tomb Raider trailer and box art was revealed. I'm really looking forward to that game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know. Mark's excited about it as well.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a good game. It's still up in the air what type of exclusive it is. I mean, that's driving me nuts. But I don't. I don't.
The way I look at it is okay, it's exclusive, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me if it's on 50 consoles, 50 different consoles, and mobile phones and this and that. It's
Right.
still the same experience for me.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to play it wherever you're going to play it at
Oh,
now.
absolutely, yeah.
But that's kind of. I mean, you know, when it comes to the releasing of games, now obviously we don't know what Xbox or PlayStation's going to announce at E3. We have an idea of some of the games that are coming this year. And you got somebody in here saying Jesus Walks a lot. He mentioned on their podcast, he thinks EA will announce EA Access being available for the PS4. Now, if you remember when EA Access came out, PlayStation was like, no, we don't want to have our customers have to pay for another service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's
Well,
just
they go
like,
back on everything they say. So what's the
well,
matter?
yes, they do. They don't seem to commit or do anything they promise. But the one thing was like they made it sound like people had to pay for it. It's like no, they don't have to pay for it. They
Yeah,
have to
you
pay. You have to pay for PlayStation Plus. You have to pay for Xbox Live. You don't have to pay for EA Access. It is your choice. But for Xbox, they let us, the gamer, make that decision if we want to spend the money or not. PlayStation made the decision for everybody and said no. So we'll see if they announce that because even at that, it's not new games. They're not new games. They're older
Right.
games, things like that. But that seems to be the console for old games is the PlayStation. That's all they seem to be getting is last generation stuff. And we were talking about this at work. I feel bad. Like people should be upset. Like they did not plan well for that.
Yeah.
And hopefully they got some stuff to talk about as far as the hardcore gamers that doesn't involve their Morpheus and things like that. But we'll definitely see.
And maybe they'll put like a new controller out that has like a blue and a red button on it
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, yeah. So and Mark
But
says they charge them for their own streaming services. Yes,
yeah,
they do. They
whatever.
charge them extra on that and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. The thing is with PlayStation, it's a bummer because I really think they didn't plan on Uncharted being delayed. So
Yeah.
that was their big thing. That was their competition to Tomb Raider. So when they announced that exclusive deal, however it works out, that was the thing. It was like, well, you can have Tomb Raider because we got Uncharted, and they'll both come out at the same time. They'll go head to head. But it's like, well, nope. Tomb Raider's the only game like
out.
that. That's the only one coming out. Now next year, Uncharted will come out, and it'll be the only one that came out that year. But we're talking now. So
Well, people can do a PlayStation Home instead. Oh no, that thing's
shut down.
gone.
Yeah, they shut
Yeah,
that
that's
down.
right. Oh darn.
So, but all right, cool. Community time.
Yeah.
So before you go to community, if you want to dress like the community, you go to cafepress.com/thisxboxlife. Buy all sorts of stuff. Go out there, take a look. Tons of things to purchase, and go from there. I have a key to give away. So between Owlships and Silent Bob, because you guys are the only one, unless Wing wants to try to win, what you are going to do is you're going to type !raffle. So !raffle in the chat, and Rainbow Dash and !raffle. So we'll leave that raffle open. So just put that in there, and whoever I draw out or whatever, I'll send you guys a key for Smite. So, and I believe it is the Xbox one. So people, yep, there you go. Oh,
Jeez.
and we got a follow.
Oh, that scared me.
That was weird. Where did that noise come from? Somebody else is doing. There's other. That was not my beep. I don't know where it came from me, but so that's funny. I think what it is.
Jumped out of my chair.
Oh, I think Moobot. Moobot did that one. So
Robots being
the raffles for Smite, beta key for Smite. So we have a couple. One's already gone, but we'll give away one more right now. So we'll leave that open for a while. Announcements. If you'd like to, so I already mentioned Cafe Press. If you'd like to send us a voicemail and be in our show, all you got to do is go to thisxboxlife.com, click on the send voicemail on the right-hand side, follow the prompts, and it'll send us one in, and we will play you on the show. Now, we actually have one this week, and it is Catflap970. Did I say that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So, and here is his voicemail, and I might have to adjust the volume a little bit, so bear with me.
Hi guys, this is CatFlap 970 from the UK. Just thought I'd say hi. Do you guys find problems with the sheer volume of good quality games and the lack of time? You guys have a DeLorean, you have to do 88 miles an hour in, and here in the UK we have a police telephone box. But unless you've got one of those devices for time travel, it's quite difficult. Some games now I feel are so large that they can consume all of your time, and it sort of restricts you looking at the other great titles that are available. A lot of players do have restricted time to commit to games, and I'm one of them. And it's quite interesting how you get sucked into a large game, and you can just literally spend all your time on that one large game. How do you guys control and manage your time so well on playing games? And on another side note, ignoring the existence of the Xbox family and the PlayStation family, what consoles would you take to a desert island? Would it be something like the 3DO, the Atari Jaguar 64, or one of those legendary classic consoles? Anyway, great show, guys. The new format looks amazing, and keep the good work up.
All right. Thank you for your voicemail.
Yeah, great voicemail as always.
Yes, as always. So,
Yes.
So we have a DeLorean. He has a police box.
A
If everybody-
TARDIS.
Yeah, a TARDIS. If everybody
Yeah.
knew what he was talking about there. Yes, very great question, Wing. If you want to put your comments in, I know you can't be in the show, but still hear what that is. How do we deal with large games and limited amount of time? I, as well, have limited amount of time. I've said it a number of times. Like, we talk about Fallout 4. You're talking 100 and plus. Witcher 3, they're saying it's a 200 plus hour game. Of course, if you go back and look how much time I put in Destiny, that's what I do. But there's nothing else out that I really want to play at the time. Halo's a little different. It is very hard for me. I really have to think about it. I have to see, not only do I want to spend my money, I want to get the best bang for my buck. So I have to really say, yes, am I going to put time into this and play the game? That's why sometimes I lean toward first-person shooters, because I don't have to make a huge time sink commitment to see the end. That's why I don't finish games. Mark and Rob both kind of crack on me. I don't finish games all the time. And the reason is that. So, you might knock some games. What was the game for the PlayStation? Not Bloodborne, but the one prior to that. That was like 4.5 hours or 5 hours to beat it. The Order, 1886 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, people were kind of upset, like $60 for that. You talked about it, and this is all you get. Yeah, that's a little weird because all you get's at 5 hours. Now, Destiny, it may be a 5-hour campaign. Battlefield Hardline might be a 5-hour campaign, but you have the multiplayer to follow it up, so you have that extensibility, let's say, to do that. But I like shorter campaigns because I don't have 100 hours, 200 hours to put into it.
Right.
But it's hard to balance. I don't really have an answer because I am in the same thing. It is crappy. There are a lot of games coming out because not only is time, it's money. With all the good games that are coming out, for one, I can't buy them all, and two, I can't play them all. So I really have to look out into the future and say, okay, I want to play this, I want to play this, I want to play this. This went, Halo, Rainbow Six Siege, I want to play. You talk about Tomb Raider, I can't do Tomb Raider. Like, I already have to rule it out. Not only it's not that I'm not interested in it, it doesn't look like a great game. It looks like a fantastic game. I don't want to put that time in it. I know I won't finish it. So why would I put the money into it and the time into it? So I really have to look out and balance, and take and do it that way. What was the last part of the question? Take other than the Xbox One?
Right.
What would I like to take to an island with me?
Yeah. Would it be classic or what?
Can I say PC? Or did he his
No, you
consoles, right?
cannot.
I'll think about it. How do you do about your time in games? How do you handle it?
Well, this is something that I really struggle with, particularly now, because my time is not my own at all. Because with work, I leave home at 7 in the morning, and I usually get home just before 7 at night with my 2 hour commute each way. So when I get home, it's usually either just like right now my son's in baseball, so I'm taking him to games and practice, and just doing just things around the house. By the time I get some me time, I'm just trying to pay bills. I can, especially lately, I barely have time to do anything gaming wise, let alone board gaming or video gaming. And uh, I'm I don't want to say I'm too old, but I'm at the point now where if I don't go to bed before midnight, I'm just a mess because that commute and work is so exhausting that I need my rest, and it just wrecks me because I take a train. So I have to drive about 20 minutes, then I take an hour-long train ride, and then I walk for about half an hour. I walk about a mile and a half from the train station to my office. So it's physically exhausting in so many ways. And I by midnight I'm just falling asleep and can't function. And I'm old. So I remember the days where I used to be able to just, play, until, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning and then go to work and then repeat it the next day. And I just can't do that anymore. I don't know if you're getting that way, Brun. If not, you will.
Well, it's
Because
weird.
I know Wing and I have a little bit of a lead on you.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's a little weird because it's 11:30 now. This is around the time I start to settle down, 5 o'clock,
yep.
and I kind of do this every day. And a lot of times, if I'm not playing a game or watching a movie or doing something, I'm actually laying in bed and I'm watching things like Pluralsight that keep up on my profession. I am a computer programmer.
Yep.
I write web development. I do web development, so I have a ton of stuff to try to keep up on.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people's like, "Oh, do you write Java?" Well, people hear Java, they hear JavaScript, but have you heard of Aurelia? Have you heard of Angular? Have you heard of Ember? Have you heard of Node? Have you heard of, NPM, Bower, and I mean, Less
So
and
much.
SAS and stuff. Yeah, it's like whoops, I dropped something. You look at my my laptop here, so got some stickers on there of all the different things to use and to keep track of. So, you got just a ton of stuff to try to watch. And, not only are those things new and everything, they constantly change, constantly updating.
Yep.
So I always have to do things like that. So that's what I'm doing late at night is watching stuff for that. So,
Yeah.
but, all right.
So like for me, I think at least to answer his question, to some degree,
Yeah.
I utterly fail.
Yeah.
Fail at the time management.
Yeah.
Just because I can't handle it like I used to when I was a youngin'.
Right.
But there are occasions where I do soldier on and I do play games like Wolfenstein and like Tomb Raider, and I was playing Ori. And what I wind up doing is what little time I get. It's usually right after I put my son to bed. I might play for half an hour, and that's really about it. So instead of having those marathon sessions, like I know a lot of the people in the community do, I have to break mine up to like 20 minutes, half hour a day in short little increments, maybe longer on the weekends, depending on what's going on. But instead of the long sessions, I have possibly more frequent, smaller sessions when I can. Uh, then to answer the thing about the gaming
Mm-hmm.
on a desert island or deserted island, If it's not going to be an Xbox, because technically the original Xbox could be a classic,
Yeah.
but if I was going to go non-Microsoft, I would probably have to do, I would probably say Dreamcast. I really still, you know, think of all the fond times that I've had with my Dreamcast back in the day. And I've still got it. It's out in the garage. I hope it still works.
All
And I
right.
still got all my games. But beyond that, I was thinking initially when he mentioned like classic systems, and to me that's usually like Ataris and then
Mm-hmm.
Television's ColecoVision, 3DO, fantastic system, Jaguar or Jaguar, however we want to say it. All those systems. I mean, they were really cool. Um, the old systems, they are pure nostalgia. When we look at their gaming quality compared to today, it's a horrible experience because I've had the opportunity this past Christmas to play one of those nostalgia boxes. It's got like the 50 or 90 Atari games.
Like a
Have
main
you seen
machine.
this? Well, it's this thing they were selling them in Toys R Us and
Mm. Oh yeah, I know
uh,
what you're talking about.
thing,
I
and
know what you're talking
probably Bed Bath and Beyond also,
about. Right.
and Walgreens and whatnot. But it's just basically this little box that had these little mini controllers that were slightly smaller than the regular, and it was just basically just some kind of emulator, if not recreations of all the classic Atari games. They had Yar's Revenge, they had Adventure and uh, Tank and Asteroids, and those games, those fond memories are better left in the past.
Yeah.
If you haven't tried one of these and you see these things, please do not get it. You will ruin your childhood
Yeah. Yeah, that's
because you
true. I
play them
know.
now. It's not fun. It is
Yeah.
not fun.
Yep. Wing says he would like an Amiga 500.
Oh yeah, I mean
So
that's computer. I loved my Amiga and my
yeah,
64 as well.
I would say for me, you know, since I can't say a PC, can't do a MAME machine. Um, I'd say a Sega Genesis. I guess I played.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
that's cool.
gosh, so much of that. I my first console. Well, like I remember having an Atari. Well, younger, not like memories. You know what I mean? Like I
Is that
remember
like
playing
2600,
I remember playing
50?
ET and like the battle tanks
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
stuff like that. But my real first, I say my first console because it's the one like I bought was a Nintendo NES.
Okay, right.
And then I went to the Sega Genesis, and then I
Say
went to the PS1, the PS2, Xbox 360, Xbox One. That's my PC is obviously in there, but that's kind of like
okay.
my route that I took. But I would say a Genesis.
Hmm.
So a lot of fond memories with that
Oh
thing.
yeah,
So
yeah. My route, since we're talking like all consoles and computer systems, I originally started with the Odyssey 2 by Magnavox, and then I got a VIC 20, then a Commodore 64, then an Amiga 1000,
ooh,
then an Amiga 1200, and then I think at that point I went PC, and then I went back to the consoles. I got a PS1, a Super NES, and then we started with Xbox. Then I got Xbox. I got a Wii,
oh yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah, Wii and Wii U. I have those as well, but
Yeah,
I don't count them. Those are the kids. So
right. Oh, well, actually, before that, because right around, actually, that would have been before the Xbox was Dreamcast.
yeah,
So I got PS1, then Dreamcast, Xbox,
no
Wii,
no GameCube,
360. Yeah,
Sega
I never
CD,
got those.
Sega CD.
Ooh, I did have a
Play
Sega for
say
a while, Genesis,
play
but I sold it.
sewer rats and Sega CD.
Mm.
So
Oh, Vectrex.
yeah,
Yeah, Mark just mentioned that in the chat. I used to love those things. I never had one though, but
yeah.
Those were pretty sweet. And I always wanted ColecoVision. That was my dream game system back when I was little.
Right.
And Mark mentioned Neo Geo. Those didn't those have like super crazy expensive cartridges?
Yeah. Yep.
They were like
Well,
massive cartridges.
all games back in the day, like people talk about $60 games now. Games were more expensive in the past.
Because I remember on the Atari, they were like $30.
Well,
But that's in the 80s.
yeah, you go a little bit later than that. I mean,
Yeah.
you had some expensive games, but
Because the Odyssey 2, everything was, I want to say, like $30. That was the price point for them. And then they had these huge box games where some of them they had like little boards and they were
200
not.
for $200 for a Neo Geo game.
Oh,
But, yeah,
because weren't those basically like coin op almost quality?
well, I don't
What
know.
you bought for the Neo Geo, I think that was what was in arcades. So it was a faithful replica of what you had in the coin op world.
All right. Well, to move us forward.
Yeah.
Thanks for the voicemail. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
So anybody just like that, send us a voicemail. You can be on the
Keep
show.
them coming.
Yep, keep them coming. Thank you. Another thing you can do is you can send us an email, contact at thisxboxlife.com. We have 3 emails. I'm going to do the first one, which is, I'm going to say Dupree 08. He is the one that sent in the 2 Smite keys for us. We've also had some in our Facebook group. They were going out as well. But these ones here we gave out. Mirage 8531, he got one. And Silent Bob is the winner of the raffle. So congrats. I sent you guys your keys. And if anybody else, one thing you can do is go to our Facebook group. I know I'm kind of jumping ahead there, but facebook.com/groups/this Xbox Life. We have a fantastic group out there. Everybody's sharing keys. You know, people will take one. You know, if they know they're going to play it, they take one. They say, okay, I took this one, so it's great. I would like to try Smite, but I don't think I have that much time into it, so I didn't take one. But our community is awesome.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
for sure.
And then twitter.com/this Xbox Life are 2 other ways to see what we're talking about. We usually post stories and announcements there, but you can contact us through there. So, but back to the emails we have. So besides the ones with the codes, thank you very much. We have 2 longer emails. So you get to earn a paycheck today.
Rock on.
So
All right.
have at it.
So first one is from Sith Lord 66. Sith Lord writes in, I saw on Major Nelson's blog in the Games with Gold for June column that he says June will have 3 free games. Do you think this is a typo, or since June is the Games with Gold Xbox One anniversary, do you think they will give us something not listed? God, I hope they do, especially after Pool Nation FX for 3 months in a row. Not to sound entitled or anything. Thanks and keep up the good work.
Here's the game, the third game. It's for one, it's going to get announced at E3, and it's going to be Halo Wars. I'm just kidding. Maybe that's true.
It's April Fools. That's cruel.
Yeah.
That's cruel.
Well, June. If there are going to be 3 games right now, there's only 2. Maybe it is something they're going to announce at E3. Maybe it is a first party game that they're going to announce and give to us there. Maybe it's something new, that they're going to do there. Not Loco Cycle Wing. Not Loco Cycle. Maybe that's the only thing I think of. They don't have it up there. They're not mentioning it because they're going to announce it then. It's a brand new game. It could be Fable Legends. It's already free. We know it's going to be free.
Oh yeah.
But maybe that's the announcement. I don't know. But it is an interesting thought.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
So I just had it. Here it is. It was for the month of June. Gold members will receive 3 new free games on Xbox One and 360.
Oh, well, see, there you go. The 3
So that
is
would be
the 2
Massive
and the
Chalice,
1.
Just Cause 2, and Thief.
Yeah.
That's got to be what it is.
Well, what's for the second half on the 360?
Thief.
Oh, Thief. Okay. Yeah.
It's Just Cause 2 and Thief.
And that one,
360.
that actually makes me mad because I am a Thief fan, and I have it on PC, and I haven't finished it yet, of course, because I don't have time, as we just talked about. Why give away Thief on the 360?
Why not?
Well, you can give it away. It's on the Xbox One too.
Yeah, it was free, wasn't it?
No, it's only free on the 360.
No, not this month, but wasn't it free a while back?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh well, maybe when I didn't have an Xbox One.
Maybe. Here, I'm gonna look it up.
But that's just like, I was just like, really? I was like, for the 360, I was kind of bummed. When I saw Thief, I'm like, yes. I'm like, oh, come on. But, all right. While you look that up, I'll read the next email. How about that?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Unless you want to read it.
I can read it. That's
Okay, you do it.
fine. Okay. This was from Christoph. This is Chris, aka Christoph, on Xbox Live. I wanted to write in with some E3 predictions or hopes since it's that time of the year. I know Microsoft has stated there will be a focus on new IPs at the show this year, and I'm wondering if we will see something new from Mojang. Or actually, it's Mojang, right? Is it a J or a Y sound?
For
Mojang? Minecraft guys?
Minecraft. I've heard it both
I know.
ways.
Okay,
So,
anyway. So the creators of Minecraft, who Microsoft bought recently, even a Minecraft 2 would be insanely huge news. Also, I'd love to see a new game from Rare, whether an all new game or a revival of one of the classic series. A new Conquer game, Jet Force Gemini, which is Nintendo 64, or Perfect Dark reboot would all be amazing. Also, maybe not during the press conference, but I hope that sometime during E3 week we get a glimpse of the dashboard and new features the Xbox One will get with Windows 10. What are your thoughts? And on a completely unrelated note, a couple of months ago, Brun was ranting, as usual,
enough.
about yeah about the Xbox was too app based and how he wished there was an app that tied all the apps together to make them easier to find things. Well, I wanted him to know that that app already exists to a certain extent. It's called Xbox Bing.
Aw.
For
Aw.
example, if you wanted to watch a movie but were unsure of what apps had it available, you could say Xbox Bing. Well, I hope I'm not just setting everybody's boxes off. And then the movie's title. It will find the movie, give you a synopsis, actors, and ratings, plus all the apps it's available on, like Amazon Prime, Netflix, HBO Go, Vudu, etc. Simply click on the app you prefer, and it takes you right to that movie within your preferred app. Pretty cool, and a feature I'm starting to use more and more often. Anyways, sorry for the long email. Been a loyal listener since episode 21
Yeah.
and had a privilege of guest hosting with Bron and Kyle back on episode 80 when I was Mr. February on the TXL Gamer of the Month calendar. Time flies, but you guys are still my favorite podcast. Keep up the great work.
Yeah. Thanks, Christoph.
Yeah, that's an awesome email.
So yes, I know the Bing does that, and also you can say like Xbox go to, or there's some words you can talk, and I do that. But my thing is, it's like, and it's not just an Xbox thing. It's really just this iPhone, iOS, Android app based, just putting it on PCs and just you got 50 squares you got to scroll through to get to something. That's what I'm talking about. I'm looking for a more condensed, like a video app. Oh, here's a video app. You want to watch this show? Well, simply, you know what? Exactly what he's saying. It's like Bing. If you said, I want to watch Xbox Bing Doctor Who, it's going to tell you, well, you can watch Doctor Who on this, on this, on this, on this, on this, right? It's going to give you all those results. So those are all those results. Those are all separate apps, but I'm just looking for the video app. When I say Doctor Who, I can just pick it and play it, and go from that. So yes, you're right. But you have to use, I don't know. It's hard to explain what I'm trying to say.
I think what you're saying, because is like sometimes when you're navigating the interface, you're
Yes.
using with the controller,
There. Yeah. Yeah.
and with the controller, it's clunky,
Yeah.
and you're kind of committed to searching with the controller, and you don't necessarily want to switch the way that you're interacting.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the one thing with since I'm all digital, I have the thing with the games too. It's I can pin certain things, but all of a sudden I got like this massive pin section,
Yeah.
which I still got to scroll through all the squares. I can say launch, Xbox do this, Xbox do that, but it'd be like I'd rather have just one square called Xbox Bing and have it be the one place I go.
Is that
Here,
like Chandler Bing?
yeah. So, and you're saying doing things here. Another test. Xbox turn off.
Oh,
Yes.
nice, nice.
Oh,
I
look,
can't,
3 people just left our chat.
I can't believe you did that to people. Not
So,
cool.
but yeah, a hub. That's exactly. And the Bing is kind of like a hub. That's what they're saying is you can go Bing for Doctor Who, and I think it tells you all the sources where you
Yeah.
can watch it from. But I'd rather have just a video like when you go to the store and you say video apps and you got 20 apps to download, why isn't there just one app that you can search through and play from there? But yeah, a hub. But thank you, Christoph. You were correct. Maybe I'll start looking at using that a little bit more. So
Yeah, I think it's just a shift in how you do things. You just got to get used to doing it that way.
right, right. So all right, cool. No Xbox Live messages. I forgot to update the games. Um, but real quick, tomorrow is the 5th. You get the Swapper on Xbox One.
It's already out.
Yeah, it says June 5th
Yeah.
on our thing.
Yeah. According to Major Nelson, it's already out. And
Yeah,
Steam World Dig.
yeah. And then what's the big one? What's the big one?
Oh, that's coming up.
Yeah.
Later this week or this month.
Well, it'd be next Tuesday.
Oh, what is it?
Outer Scrolls.
Oh, yeah, Elder Scrolls.
Yep. So
It's the only other one because I was thinking of Batman.
nope.
That's out later, right?
So
Like
nah.
towards the end of the month.
Yeah. On the night. Yeah. Arkham Knight's on the 23rd.
23rd, yes.
So June 9th, Elder Scrolls Online, and for the 360 Monster Jam Battlegrounds.
ESO.
So, yep.
Oh, and there was let's see, Sparkle Unleashed that came out earlier actually last week, I think.
Never heard
No,
of that
June
one.
2nd, 2 days ago. It's like one of those games that they used to have on, like where you shoot balls, like what Zuma and
Oh yeah, okay.
all.
Yep.
So this is one of the games that us colorblind people just love.
Yeah. Fantastic.
It's like shoot the brown ball into the brown ball. Oh, why didn't they match?
Nice. But where can you buy some games and buy some stuff? That also
Very good
helps us out.
question. Very good question. Uh, you can find a lot of games, amongst other things, over at Amazon. Just make sure to use this Xbox Life affiliate link when you go over there, so that you can give us a little bit of a credit for sending. Wait, I kind of bumbled this one. You can get whatever you purchased, and at the same time, we get a small little credit, a teeny tiny itty bitty portion of the sale. Doesn't cost you anything extra, and you can find games and what do they call those things? Sundries, consumables, and who knows what else out there. So get your stuff from Amazon and support your favorite podcasts at the same time.
Cool. All right. I think that's it for episode 345 and 345.5 and 345.75 and the multiple titles that we had during this show.
Yeah.
So, but Vault 111. So, but that is all I have. Do you have anything else?
No, I do not.
So, all right. Congratulations to the people who won the keys. Thanks for stopping out. We got a number of followers and another donator. Wingman709 donated another $5. And I think he does that just to get his name on the screen because he's the one that handles our money. So he's basically just paying himself. Isn't that just weird? No. So, but, and Wing says night, everybody. So, and hopefully he's back next week.
Yeah.
But, cool. I think that's it. So you have nothing else, correct?
No, sir.
All right. And I do not either. So, everybody, good night. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. See you next Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brun, I am Brun, BJ Swick 33.
This is Rob, also known as Presar. I'm taking off.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
Oh, yep. See, I almost didn't use the outro.